There are those types of films that come in at just the right time. This is one of those movies. So Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire is the 5th installment of the MonsterVerse, and like Godzilla vs. Kong, this is once again directed by Adam Wingard, and Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire once again features Godzilla and King Kong as the two of them must team up to take down a brand new colossal threat that not only could wipe out their species but also our very own species. At the same time, we go on a brand new adventure with characters portrayed by Rebecca Hall, Brian Tyree Henry, and Dan Stevens as they venture into the Hollow Earth, in which not only to discover brand new things with the Hollow Earth, but also deepening the lore of the Hollow Earth and other things. Alrighty guys, so let's get into Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire.
Excellent!
Something that I must point out in case if you guys haven't noticed it already. I am a big Godzilla fan. When a Godzilla film is made, let alone a brand new one, I know that there is potential to not only make a really cool monster film, but a great character story inside of those monster movies, and Godzilla Minus One proved that. When I first saw the trailers to this movie, you can all imagine how I thought the movie looked, well, rather, to put in a word, stupid. Then again, here's the thing, guys. For those of you who are going to this movie expecting Godzilla Minus One, do not expect that at all. This movie and Godzilla Minus One, despite them being, you know, Godzilla films, well, to an extent on this one, which we'll get into a little bit, both films could not be any more different. All that I'd wanted for this movie was just a dumb, colorful Saturday morning cartoon brought to life. And that's what I got out of this movie. The visual effects of Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire are really, really good. In fact, there are some of them that are really quite excellent. They're eye-popping visual effects, they're colorful, and not to mention as well, the movie you're going in for really is a monster madness spectacle where monsters are just beating the shit out of each other, and the visual effects when you're looking at these certain sequences really look great. My favorite character of Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire is the Trapper portrayed by Dan Stevens. This guy stole every single scene, and I cannot believe that, first of all, that Dan Stevens isn't the bigger star that he should be. Dan Stevens is a guy that oozes charisma, screen presence, charm, excitement, and he's a guy that you just lock on eyes to the moment they see him on screen. And I'm just gonna say this right now, Marvel, cast Dan Stevens as Wolverine. And I also have to give a mention to Brian Tyree Henry, who also has some really great banter between him and Dan Stevens, with some nice lines here and there as well. What you're getting out of Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire is a story that's there, and it has some nice moments in it, absolutely. But what you're getting out of this movie is a monster spectacle where you're seeing Kong and Godzilla beating the shit out of other monsters. That is what this movie is. And if you're going to this movie looking for that specific thing, you're going to have a hell of a time watch this movie. Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire is simply put a very fun time at the movies, with some issues absolutely, which we'll get to a little bit, but still, this is the type of film that you go into your movie theater, whether it's a regular screen or an IMAX screen or whatever, you buy yourself a big ass bucket of popcorn, a large soda, with some candy, and when you're watching those monsters brawl, you just throw popcorn in your mouth, you drink your soda, and you're having just a great time at the theater. Also, something else I gotta mention that I really liked about this movie was the cinematography. There are scenes in this movie where the depth of field that he is shooting and the color palette that he is using, I thought added to some really cool looking sequences. And really, as y'all can imagine, the thing I'm gonna talk about are the monster fights. And how are the monster fights? They're badass. The spectacle, the monster fights, they are all just badass. Seeing Kong doing his thing, seeing Godzilla doing his thing, and when the two of them do their thing, and the final 20 minutes, to say I had a big smile on my face, especially the ending of this bit. There was a part in this movie that was so stupid, but it was so fun. It had me going like this, literally. Are you fucking kidding me? What the
Well, that's just fucking great!
With that being said, I do feel that Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire is a small step down from Godzilla vs. Kong. Is the movie dumb? Yes. It is a dumb film. But there are bits of this movie, guys, where it gets really, and I mean really, really stupid. There are so many bits of this film where I was literally going like, you gotta be shitting me right now. There's a story element in this movie involving the girl from Godzilla vs. Kong who has grown up. She is now a bit older, and there is a significant part of this movie that involves her because she has these abilities, I guess. This whole thing and the way how it was written and how it kept going along just got even more and more ridiculous. You all saw this coming, and of course I have to mention this, and I'm only saying this because of this. Please bear with me here. I get that a lot of people, as a matter of fact, that the majority of people come to these monster movies not really giving a shit about the human characters or the human storyline. When we just had Godzilla -1 a couple of months ago, which was an awesome film that not only had badass monster spectacle, but also a great human story, you can't not expect me to not want better in monster movies. The story is there, sure, but the story, like I mentioned you guys earlier, it gets really, really ridiculous with how stupid it can get sometimes. Godzilla is in it. Godzilla X Kong is a movie that focuses on these human characters going into the Hollow Earth, and also Kong and the Hollow Earth doing his thing. And then there are bits that feature Godzilla doing monster fights. Godzilla is not really in this movie, and then he finally appears in glory in the final act of this movie. And don't get me wrong, guys, when Godzilla's in its full glory, there was a bit where I almost said out loud, go get him, my boy, go get him! The storytelling quite a bit of the time is really predictable. This character comes into play, and I had a feeling that this character would essentially be a Deus Ex Machina throughout the film, and sure enough, I was right. Now, of course, I won't spoil anything for you guys, but once this character comes in, you kind of get the feeling of what this character is going to be doing throughout this movie. There are sequences in this movie where how it was written, it literally feels like it was written and the writers were making things up as they were going along. There were so many bits like that. In particular, there was one bit in where I actually rolled my eyes because it just felt just that stupid.
And here we go.
So overall, is Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire dumb? Absolutely. However, is it dumb fun? Absolutely. Godzilla X Kong is a colorful cartoon brought to life, and I had a fun time with this movie. All in all, I'm gonna give Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire a 3 out of 5. If you're looking for just dumb fun monster spectacle for this weekend, you cannot go wrong. Go to this movie, guys. It's a hell of a fun time. So comment down below and let me know. Have you guys seen Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire? What do you think of the film? Let me know below. If you guys want to follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I'm also on Twitch. So if you guys want to follow me on all those social media platforms, all the links and the usernames are in the description below. I hope you all enjoyed my review of Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire. If so, please hit that like button, also subscribe, and don't forget the notification bell for my latest review goes live. If you guys want to see my previous 2 reviews, please click it right there or right there. And of course, until my next review or video goes live, I will see you all next time.